Addison, hello.
Hi.
It is so nice to see you here, have you in person. Thank you so much for stopping by and letting us know what you have going on in life. There's so much happening for you right now. You got to be so excited. And
I am.
I'm so excited to talk to you because, again, it's been so fun to watch your journey and see everything that's been happening. And I've been so eager to just check in with you and see how life's been. But we're in LA right now. You live here. It's obviously been chilly. But you're from Louisiana originally, right?
Yeah.
Did you go back at all?
Yeah, I'm excited for the holidays because I'm excited to go back.
That's
miss
real
my
spending.
family.
Oh my gosh. Is it cold there in the winter?
Like, I don't know. It's pretty hot there generally for the most part. Really hot and humid. So I feel like that's why I said when it's anything below like 70, it's pretty cold for me because I think it's just so hot there so much of the time. But randomly it'll snow.
Okay.
But like not real snow. It's kind
Once
of
in
like
a blue moon.
Lands on the ground and then goes away the next day.
Absolutely. I want to get down there so bad. We have a station there that we're on. I haven't been able to go down there and visit yet, but I always hear so many good things about it. What's your one like you have to go and do if you're in Louisiana?
Definitely like New Orleans is the place you must go to. Beignets.
Ooh.
Gotta have some beignets in the morning. Coffee. Jazz show maybe. It's a good must. Swamp tour.
Swamp tour. What's in the swamps down there? They got gators?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, we're here in studio. You wanted to do something like this, right? Broadcasting?
Yeah, I went to LSU for that.
What was the dream
3
job?
months.
All of 3 months?
All of the 3 months.
What did you really want to do?
I think I just wanted to be on TV. I think that was kind of a main thing for me. Or just talk and perform. I think that was just always a goal for me. And I think when I was growing up, I grew up a competitive dancer. So I thought that was going to be something I would do no matter what. And then it kind of, as I was getting older, it became less realistic to just like, move to a big city and, chase those dreams. But then somebody had told me, like, you have to do something realistic. And I was like, okay, well, what's a way I can, get into the entertainment industry without just saying, I want to move to LA and audition for things or, start a music career. Things that didn't seem very realistic to most people in my hometown. And so journalism was one of those things because I loved Erin Andrews and like Kelsey Wingert.
Yeah.
And I loved sports, so kind of seemed like, this is a good way in,
Yeah. And it's so funny because I did the same thing. I wanted to do sports broadcasting so bad, and then I fell into the music side of it. But then this past year, I got to do the Olympics, and it's so funny how life goes full circle. And you could do that too. You saw Snoop Dogg on the thing.
Crazy.
You could be out there doing, I don't know what he knows about like lacrosse, but that just shows you.
Yeah, I don't know if I would do it. I do know a lot about sports though, like football. I know a lot about football. I know a lot about baseball.
Yeah.
I feel like I could figure it out if
Absolutely.
I got thrown into the scenario, but I prefer the art side of it all.
When you get to your side quest era, just start doing all that stuff.
Randomness.
But you're doing a lot right now. What's like your favorite thing that you're doing right now?
I'm really into fitness. I like working out.
That's great.
My favorite thing to do right now, other than obviously create, because I think.
Of course.
But that is such a, broad area for me. I love making music. I love acting. I love dancing. I think they all fall under this umbrella of creating and performing. And so anything under that realm, there's no limits, Nothing's
sure.
off limits.
Tell you what's off limits for me. I'm so done with Pilates. Have you done those?
Yeah,
the
I love
Aloe ones where
Pilates.
people are just like, I'm the guy where the leg is like going crazy.
Yeah, it's like Jake Shane. I've
Yeah.
never been there actually, but I do Pilates somewhere else, and I love Pilates. But I prefer running.
Yeah. Oh my
like to
gosh,
run.
that's good too. Running's tough.
Yeah.
It's like you start going for, you do a marathon. Is that a goal of yours at some point?
Yeah, actually. I would love to do a marathon. Why are you looking like that? We know this.
Just judging so hard.
No, we know this
could do
because
it.
they'll be doing the marathon with me. I want to do a marathon. There's a Disney marathon.
Oh my gosh, sign us up right now.
What?
Is it at Disney?
Yes. It's
Wow.
at Disney. It's through the park. Isn't
Do you
that
like
cool?
stop and halfway through and do rides or something? That's so crazy.
I think they have something. It starts really early, like before the park opens, and then you run until the park opens, I think. Do you know about it?
Yeah, it's called Run Disney.
Run Disney.
Run
All right.
Disney.
Man, we're
And
learning
that's
so much.
definitely an interest. I just love challenging myself.
Yeah.
And I think fitness is like somewhere that you can never really find a cap,
We'll see. I know. I think Pilates was my cap. I think I'm done after that. But the Run Disney thing, I feel like you'd have enough serotonin from like Mickey looking at you.
Yeah,
You
and
just
like
go.
the food stops maybe could be really fun, or just like ruin the run, like absolutely
me?
destroy your
Give some
run.
of the Star Wars
a
milk?
turkey leg,
I would do.
mid mile, a turkey leg.
Oh my gosh! If you stop in the first
Disaster.
mile for a turkey leg, it's over. It's done.
Totally, I would so do that though.
Ooh, churros. 2.5 in. That's so funny. Well, it has been so cool. I mean, we've been watching your life, it feels like, for so long, and it's been so cool to see your journey. How, in your eyes, would you like kind of describe your evolution to how we got here?
I think a lot of growing up. I was just talking about it recently, but I feel like, everyone can relate to this feeling of when you start something and it feels new, it's like you want to say yes to everything. And it feels like, maybe it's partially because you're like, will this go away? Or like, are these, things that are lingering just passing by, and am I going to miss them? And so I think in the beginning I was like really big yes girl. I want to say yes to everything. I was even talking about my style. I think it was like a funny thing. I remember a few years ago, people would be like, oh my God, she has no taste, no style. I'm like, sorry, I was excited about everything that was getting sent to me. Like I was just wearing whatever I got because it was just so exciting. And so I would just, get a package from a random brand and I'd feel like, I'm going to wear everything in here because it was so exciting and new. But then as I got older and as I've gone deeper into my career, deeper into myself, and gotten more comfortable with saying no, or maybe accepting that sometimes things need to pass you by for other things to come up. I really like honed in on my style and my personal tastes and interests, and I found it more valuable that way.
Oh, totally. Like there's such a value in scarcity, right? And like making sure you choose those things that you value and actually love. So,
But I think, it's such a part of being young and
of course
thrown into Los Angeles. There's just so many options, and it's like, gotta try everything, and then find what I like.
Well, it's like college for so many people, and you didn't really get that, so you gotta like experiment and try different things. And yours was just a bunch of clothes.
I tried everything. I tried all the clothes on.
Every single PR package.
Yeah, exactly.
Gosh, I can't imagine the amount of boxes you get for like everything. You know what I mean?
I feel like I've gotten better at it though, because I actually will now. It feels really wasteful, honestly. It's like kind of a burden to an extent.
Stop sending stuff.
Stop sending me stuff. No, but
do you ever do like care packages for people? Like, hey, grandma.
Yes,
I
do actually, and that is fun because I think it's always funny to see what people like choose, because they don't feel inclined to keep everything, obviously, but they're see what they pick and like and stuff,
Right.
and it's always fun. But yeah, I think I've gotten better at just being like gifting. I almost rather like purchase something because then it feels more essential and like valuable,
Yeah.
And I always feel like kind of guilty when I just get gifted too much stuff.
Yeah. It's all right. Fine, Grandma. You're getting a Birkin this year. It's fine. I'm not going to use it.
That would be
That
amazing.
would be
My
great.
grandma would love that.
Oh my gosh. Well, congratulations on so many things. First of all, Diet Pepsi. It's been an anthem for so many people, myself included. It's so fun. It was a perfect summer song. So
Thank you.
congratulations on all the love for that. What's it like, hearing people actually sing every single lyric and like you're hearing it on the radio? What's that ride been like?
It's been crazy. Also, it's funny seeing, because I think Diet Pepsi is the song, I guess, out of the two that I've recently put out, that the lyrics, like people make their own kind of version of the lyrics too, and people think I say Costco chain
What?
in the song, which is so funny. And honestly, because I posted an Instagram story about it, and I was like, oh, I don't say Costco chain, I say cross gold chain, which is grammatically incorrect, but it made sense to me. And
it makes more sense than Costco.
right? And it's saying better than gold cross chain, honestly.
Whoa.
And that's why I was like, let's just change it and who cares.
Yeah, you'll
but
get
hearing people say that it's Costco chain is funny and could have been totally applicable in that scenario. Like in
Hey,
which
if Costco
the
wants to
song,
hit you up and make it the
Yeah.
official.
And Costco has nice jewelry. They do.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that. I
Yeah,
was
they
thinking
have
of the-
everything.
I was thinking of the Costco guys and like how that would be a whole thing, but
Oh my God, I was totally not
Yeah.
thinking that at all. But like actual Costco. Also, they have like good ice cream. It's like IKEA vibes.
hot dog, the pizza,
Yeah.
and it's all $1.
Yeah.
Not
it's
an ad for guys who are just talking about all their stuff. It is a great place. Fine establishment. And I love how I love how your buddy Charli XCX helped you out with that song, especially the title. What was it supposed to be called before Diet Pepsi?
It was initially just gonna be Backseat, but it was just, I knew that wasn't right, and I think we didn't really know what it was gonna be called, myself and the two girls that I wrote it with. But yeah, I think when I played it for Charli, she just immediately, when I said Diet Pepsi in the song, she was like, "What? Why isn't the song called Diet Pepsi?" And I was like, I don't know. Why? Like, I don't know. Is that just crazy? And she was like, "No, you should 100% call it Diet Pepsi." And I think at that point, I was kind of like, I mean, why would I doubt Charli? She's always right about so many things, and she's really smart. And yeah, I was kind of like, I'm down to name it Diet Pepsi. I think it's really interesting and cool.
Fits so well. And what a good person to have, Charli, who's like, not just going to be like, yeah, I love the song, go with the title, who actually gives you advice and feedback. Is she like helping you at all with new music or anything that you're working on right now?
We've done sessions and wrote together, but a lot recently I've been writing with the two girls that I did Diet Pepsi and Aquamarine with. But Charli is always someone that I'm, inclined to play music for and get her opinion on, because she's so honest. Like you said, she's gonna actually give me advice that's real and not just say, "Oh wow, it's so amazing, everything's amazing," And that's always pretty valuable in this process. But yeah, I mean, I'm really lucky to have Charli, because without her, I definitely wouldn't have had the confidence to write Diet Pepsi and Aquamarine, because she put a lot of trust into me whenever we wrote Von Dutch Remix. And so that was a really big game changer for me when she kind of just said to me, "I trust your taste and your vision, and I want to hear what you have to say." And I think that changed a lot for me, because I was pretty insecure about it.
Yeah.
Songwriting's a funny thing.
Absolutely.
It's a funny thing. I don't know if you've ever tried it. Have you tried songwriting?
No.
You should give it a shot.
We'll be writing about Costco later tonight. I mean,
who knows what you're going to say?
Who knows? Absolutely. I mean, it's so good to have those people, right? Like, and shout out to, speaking of Von Dutch, A.G. Cook with the Grammy nom. So exciting for them.
So cool.
And
he deserves it.
Oh my gosh. And obviously Charli killing it.
She deserves it.
Do you feel like you found your people, like, and how important is it to, have those that you can work with creatively? Like, you already mentioned the confidence, but how is it to find that group?
I mean, it's really special. I think when you trust people's tastes around you, it's always a safe space. And also, they have so much credibility in time and creating things that surpass what people are expecting, or just trusting their instincts. And I think that's pretty rare, is to find people that fully do what they want to do creatively and trust it. And they're very much like that. And it's been really nice to be around people that have similar interests in why, or similar goals in why they make music or perform, or really all of that. And Troy's incredible as well. He's been such a great friend. And yeah, I love them all. They're amazing people. Have you had them on the show?
Troy? No. Charli, yes. I talked to Charli back when she did Speed Drive for Barbie. And I asked about you, and she just raved about how, and that was early on too, and she just talked about how much she believed in you and how much she thought you were a star. And like, obviously, she's so right, and it was so fun. So hopefully we'll get Charli in here soon, because that was during like still people doing Zoom stuff.
Yeah.
I know you lived that life.
Did not like the Zoom days.
Not at all. But you're zooming. I was trying to transition it there. We're zooming through life now with Aquamarine. Congrats on that song.
Thanks.
So much fun. You're talking about transforming, realigning. What do those words mean when you think about writing those and making that song?
Well, Aquamarine, the stone, and like kind of what it represents is rebirth and transformation.
Ooh.
So kind of leaned into that perspective of that and like what that meant for me. Also, the movie is amazing.
Okay,
Have you ever seen the Aquamarine movie? It's really
No
amazing.
way.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So good.
Come
Such
on.
a beautiful message about friendship.
Wow.
And love.
It's been a while though. That is a
I
throwback.
know, and like the people in that movie, like JoJo in that movie, and
Gosh.
Emma Roberts. It's so funny. I had met her. We went to the U.S. Open and sat in the same place, in the same like suite. And I
JoJo?
told her, no, with Emma Roberts. And
gotcha.
I told her, I was like, by the way, I have a song coming out. It was way before I even announced Aquamarine or talked about it. And I was like, I have a song coming out called Aquamarine. And just had to say it to you. And she was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Oh.
It was a really full circle moment, actually, because I was like, oh, I was feeling a lot of I was questioning a lot, I think, after Diet Pepsi came out, and it was received so well.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it like scared me, because I was like, whoa, people really liked it. Now the pressure's real. And I think it was almost more pressure to prove that it wasn't just like luck in a way. And so now it's a different kind of approach to things. And but it's amazing, and I'm obviously so grateful. And it's actually the right kind of push. It's when people like something you do, there's a new standard. And so that was like the universe telling me, you're good, trust your gut on Aquamarine. So I did. And then obviously it came out, and people really have been enjoying it, which has been really magical because it's so different than Diet Pepsi. So it's been nice to see people respond to both.
Absolutely. And even though it's like the follow-up and that's always stressful and everything, you can tell you've definitely found your sound and you're developing into what you want to sound as an artist,
Thank you.
Which is awesome. It's got to be such a fun thing to like feel like you're getting your footing in that regard. And it sounds like you're having a blast with the music video, or at least it looks like it, getting to do the visuals.
Yeah, I know. However much fun it looks like I'm having in those videos, just know it's double. It's triple. We have so much fun.
Where does it stand when you come to like the music video telling its own separate story, and it like, obviously the lyrics and the song being a story in its own, and then making the music video a completely different thing? Like how far do you like to go into that world and make it its own thing?
I think it depends. I think with Diet Pepsi, it was pretty like self-explanatory, the lyrics, and they almost guided the video a lot more than Aquamarine did, because it was so much to interpret, I think, with Aquamarine. And I'm a very big vision board person. Like I love creating a mood board and like putting photos together, and what photos or what, things inspire me that feel like the song feels. And so when we got the chance to do the video in Paris, it was obviously really magical and a very different take on what the song could have meant. I think because it's so water-based and feels very summery, it's like I wanted to challenge myself to make the video not that, because it was so on the nose with it. And then we ended up with Aquamarine music video shot in Paris, which was a really magical thing. But I was in the bathtub, so.
Yeah, that counts.
It was like, there's water.
That's so funny because I was like, where is the mermaid costume, when you're watching it?
I know, a lot of people said that. I was like, well, I'll give you a mermaid costume in a different way of performing that.
Yeah. I'm surprised you should have went marine biologist. Everyone wanted to be that at some point, right?
I did too.
What was that about? Why did every kid want to be a marine biologist?
I love dolphins and whales too.
Yeah.
So
it's so
maybe
funny
in some life.
Right. How on the nose it actually was. I didn't know it was like, oh no, I love the movie, I love Aqua Life. Like that's what this song is really about. Well, I'm sure you're always working on new music, as an artist. I feel like you kind of have that in your mind all the time. But where do you find yourself like the most creative? Like you talked about vision boards. What's your process kind of look like when, you want to get into that space?
I mean, it can come from anywhere because I feel like watching movies could inspire that, which it did. The title itself was inspired by when I rewatched the movie again. I was like, whoa, the word Aquamarine, I need to like look more into that. And so that inspired a lot. Diet Pepsi was so exact with a moment. And I wrote that thinking of a moment in time in my life. But I feel like it can come from anywhere, really. I think musically, sometimes I'll hear a song and I feel a certain way when I listen to it. And I'm like, how can I make someone feel the same way I felt listening to this song on their own? And so a lot of times it comes from that. Less about inspiration. I don't ever really listen to a song and think, oh, I want to make a song just like this, because that purpose was already accomplished, that song's done and it exists. It's kind of like the same with film, you can't just remake a film. I mean, people do it a lot now, but
Aquamarine 2 with Addison coming on.
Yeah,
Let's
sure.
get it started.
No, but there's obviously purposes for those, but I think I try and always replicate a feeling versus replicating a, sound or a concept. It's like, how can I get someone to feel that way when they hear my song? Or how can in what worlds could I make a playlist and like fit my song in there and accomplish that feeling,
Totally.
So yeah, inspiration comes from anywhere.
And nostalgia is such a powerful thing too. And when you tap into your own, I feel like it gives you so much, like ideas on exactly what you're talking about. Like what made me feel like that and how can I replicate that in a new version, new era type of thing.
Exactly. Like how can I make that feeling that I felt, which is a current thing, really, you know,
Oh,
into
yeah.
something current for someone else that feels fresh and new, and you can relate to that sensation, which is actually really hard because you never really know.
Oh, absolutely. And every experience is personal. So it's like, is that how,
I know,
is that
I'm
just for me? Like,
How did you feel when you listened to Aquamarine?
yeah. It's like, I had a nightmare. No.
Imagine.
Just kidding. Speaking of playlists, though, what's on your playlist lately? I feel like Diet Pepsi, obviously, we're all listening to. What's like been stuck in your head lately?
I love the song "Who's That Girl" by Madonna.
I thought you were about to say New Girl theme song. I was like,
Imagine. No, I do listen to like, there's a Tarantino playlist. It's like all the songs from Tarantino movies in a playlist, and sometimes I'll listen to that.
oh, cool.
Lots of Erykah Badu recently. I actually saw her at the CFDAs, which was a really
Whoa.
crazy, magical, energetic experience, and she had an amazing speech. So if you
Wow.
haven't seen that, you should watch that.
You're getting
Andre
so many,
3000 was there, which was crazy, and
Whoa.
gave her the award, which was legendary.
you're getting so many cool full circle moment things, you know, like getting
know,
to
it's
meet
so
those people
true.
and everything. God, what would younger Addison say? And more importantly, like what advice would you give younger Addison, seeing you where you are now and everything, and looking back on her before all this, became a thing?
Probably good luck.
That's ominous.
But never give up.
Yes.
You know, the classic one. I don't think there's anything in my life that I would change or tell my younger self. It's actually a movie called My Old Ass. Did you see it?
No.
It's a new movie. You should see it. It's really good.
It's called what?
My Old Ass.
Gotcha.
And it's Aubrey Plaza and Maisie Stella, and they are so amazing in it. But the plot, or kind of like the story, is about what you would tell your younger self, or I guess what you would ask your older self as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a beautiful story. I'm not going to spoil it, but
Yeah.
it's something really beautiful. And it, like I said, I wouldn't change anything in my life. There's nothing that I would tell myself to be careful of or warn myself of, because I think everything in my life led me to where I am.
Totally. Absolutely. I'm going to check that out. It's on the list. And I mean, obviously acting is a huge thing for you. You got the music going on, fashion. Is there anything else that like piques your interest right now that you'd like to do at some point? Talked about sports. Maybe she'll be on the sidelines.
I know, I'm like, I don't know, powerlifting?
Wow. We got the marathon, Disney run, powerlifting.
I don't know. I think strength is a really interesting thing to me to like
Yeah.
explore. Like it's a good challenge, and I think what I said earlier too. There's never like a real limit to it, and that's interesting to me.
Addison's just gonna be squatting 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I think I could squat a lot. I'm not gonna say a number actually because I don't want to overdo it, but I feel like I could squat a lot.
Yeah. Powerlifting. I love that. At the very least, there's a music video there for something.
Right,
You
just a
know what I mean?
powerlifting music video.
Speaking of movies, holiday coming up, Thanksgiving. It's on my list. It's on Netflix, Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
It's what I gotta watch.
Thanksgiving.
What are your plans? You going to Louisiana?
Yep.
What's
Going to
the
Louisiana.
favorite dish when it comes to that holiday?
Probably gumbo.
Gumbo. Man, I've never had gumbo.
Do you even know what it is?
I mean, yes. It's like it's the thing that's always sloshing around in the pot.
Yep. It's like a roux. Like a
Don't know what that is either. What's a roux?
I mean, it's just never mind.
I
Just
didn't
forget
know gumbo
it.
was like such a Thanksgiving theme for.
Well, it's not really Thanksgiving. It's more of a Southern thing, but I don't know. I like candied yams. That's a good Thanksgiving thing.
Wow. Not the choices. I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't those.
Really? I
yeah.
love baked beans.
Wow, Addison, what is going on?
Corn.
My bottom
I
three.
love corn. Really?
Corn is good.
That's your bottom?
Well, baked beans is.
Love baked beans. I think baked beans are so good. Also, I can make really good baked beans. They're like sweet baked beans.
I'm sorry. Just the sweet and
no.
beans together just doesn't sound right to me. I'm thinking
Damn.
of Chipotle.
Ew, I hate Chipotle.
Addison, we got to wrap this up. Love me some Chipotle. I'm getting it after this. What is one of your lower then? What don't you like? Because I feel like you just named all of my least favorite. What's your?
I kind of like everything.
Okay. There's
Yeah.
no like. I'm avoiding that.
Cilantro.
Man, I hate that bowl of cilantro at Thanksgiving.
There's like little things that I hate eating, but
Yeah.
I think overall I'll try everything.
What about? Sorry, going down Thanksgiving Day. What's the cranberry sauce? You like cranberry sauce?
Oh, I actually don't know if I've tried it in recent times to know. So I'll
Yeah.
try it again.
That's like the Thanksgiving thing. I feel like stuffing.
Mm,
See,
Yeah, like I'm just not gonna go for it because my plate's already full of
With
beans.
gumbo and,
corn.
baked yams or whatever that was.
Candied yams.
Candied yams. So sorry. I'm going to have to try those. Michigan, we don't have a lot of seasoning there. It's very like turkey, potatoes,
Right.
corn.
Yeah,
but
no, we have a lot of seasoning. So honestly, everything's good. That's the problem. I think my family is good at making everything. So then there's nothing I don't like.
Yeah. I just haven't had the right baked beans yet.
No.
We get the canned
You haven't
ones.
had
It's
the.
just not.
No, the canned ones are good.
Never mind.
But like the certain ones,
Got you.
We'll
Wow.
change your mind on baked beans one day.
Maybe. Taste will change. All these days, like talking about that, 5 years, it feels like we've known you since like 2018, 2019, right? How crazy is it to have fans now for half a decade? And what would you say to those fans that are, rocking with you and seeing this evolution of Addison Rae?
I mean, I feel like we're all growing up together, and so it's a really beautiful thing. I would say thank you.
Of course.
Thank you for listening and sticking around, and hopefully changing and growing and evolving with me.
Love
And I'm excited for more.
For sure. Well, enjoy the gumbo. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I can't wait to see what else is to come. 2025, any big goals, resolution? Are you a person that sets those? Powerlifting, we
Maybe,
got that.
yeah, right.
We got
Working towards the marathon. I have a lot of work to do, so
Yeah.
that.
I love it. Well, good luck and congrats on everything so far. And thank you so much for letting us know what you've been up to.
Thank you. Thanks so
Addison
much
Rae.
for
We have
having
enough
me.
people so we can actually clap. So can we do that? I never get to do this.
Yay!
Yeah.